What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to Lineman Life Live. It is Wednesday, Hump Day.
Hump Day. Let's
And
get
we
it.
are here, the linemen of Lineman Life, to talk a little bit football with you. Now, I think everybody kind of knows what's been happening. It's been a QB shuffle. The QB shuffle has been in full effect since yesterday in the NFL. The whole day itself actually starts off a little bit weird with Aaron Rodgers in an announcement that he apparently got a 4-year, $200 million contract that may or may not be true now. Because
Right.
Aaron Rodgers has come out and said, yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but let's get into the biggest stories. Obviously, there are some very happy, and I mean very happy, Broncos fans out there. The piece of the puzzle that they've been missing for what, like
since Peyton Manning.
Since Peyton Manning, and really, I mean, if you really want to be real, I'd say since John Elway, because Peyton Manning was there one year, and it wasn't even an impressive year. It wasn't really impressive.
They dragged his ass to that Super Bowl.
They dragged him to the Super Bowl. His Super Bowl game was what? It was like the worst statistical game he'd ever played in. I mean, it was pretty bad. But he got
after
that
Super
first
Bowl.
Snap.
I was like, God.
Yeah, a guy with a fused neck out there trying to play football. But
is this your team?
There are definitely fans out there of the Broncos today, one of which I know Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports.
Hey, so the Denver Broncos aren't getting Aaron Rodgers, but I just saw the news that we're getting Russell Wilson. The Broncos are getting Russell Wilson. Suck it, haters. Suck it, haters. Suck it, all you fucking haters.
Damn.
Oh, I've got a football boner again. Yeah. Yeah. We're getting Russell Wilson. More to follow.
Straight to the deadpan.
Everything's okay in Denver.
There you go. Broncos fans, I'm pretty sure that pretty much sums up the way y'all feel right now. I'm pretty sure y'all are feeling probably over the clouds. I would if I was y'all, because you don't get many quarterbacks that come across the radar like that. You don't get that kind of quarterback falling in your lap every day. Now, you know, there's obviously details on the trade. People are talking about that as well. I think, and let me pull it up here if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I believe, and I don't have it up here, but I believe that they actually get a pretty decent amount. They get a couple of players.
Oh,
they
yeah.
get 2 first-rounders,
nice
2 second-rounders.
And a 5th?
And
I think it's either a 3rd or a 5th.
Yeah, a 3rd or a 5th. One of those.
And then
two.
3 players.
And then 3 players. Now, a couple of the players, you know, I mean, they're not like these aren't huge contributors to the team. This is more like your lightweight. These are going to be your training camp guys to see if they're going to, you know, make these guys are going to have to fight to make the active.
Yeah, unless they've got young developmental cats.
Young guys, exactly. So it's
but sometimes those turn into players. You never know.
Yeah. You never know. There's no guarantees, and you can never count anybody out at the same time. So this was, obviously something that maybe you kind of expected to happen with Seattle just because of the situation with Russell, how he had kind of had I would say there was a little bit of heat between him and Pete Carroll, mainly because of the input that Russell Wilson was trying to have with the Seahawks that they kind of flouted him on. They didn't want to really hear from him, which is something that I talked about before, that in that kind of situation, when you have a guy there who's been there that long, who's brought you a Super Bowl championship, and who's been humble, who's been, a team player, been a guy who's never been about just himself, at least as far as we can tell on the field. You want to give this guy every chance to be successful that you can. And I mean, I think a lot of people who paid attention to their situation knew that the Seahawks were not giving him every chance to be successful, and they ended up, having to part ways because of it. Now, they ain't leaving without getting something, obviously, but I would say that Denver wins in that, because you can leverage a couple of first-round picks for a quarterback who is first ballot Hall of Famer already, and still in the prime of his career at only 32 years old. As a quarterback, he still has plenty of time left.
Yeah, that's
10
years.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that definitely is going to give Denver a shot. I mean, this is a team that outside of the quarterback position has all the pieces you need to be a contender. Now, what does it make? What it becomes 10 times more difficult in that division in the AFC, because now you are loaded with quarterbacks everywhere. I mean, it's going to be shootouts every week. Defenses are going to be getting shredded from the skill, the level of greatness that you're going to be having out there on the field at the quarterback position. Let me pull it up here. Mahomes, here's the first look at him.
Derek Carr is the third best quarterback in that division. I mean, not counting Russ.
I mean, now he's
probably fourth.
Yeah, he's definitely the fourth.
He's got to be the fourth. He's got to be the fourth.
If we're looking at that division just by itself, I mean, come on. You got, let's see here. Let me share this screen. You got, this is the AFC. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Derek Carr. And Derek Carr is at the bottom of that list. He is. But he's still good. He's still a good quarterback.
I mean, he's probably top 12 in the league. Maybe top 10.
I mean, if you put that cat in the NFC, if you move the Raiders to the NFC and he's in the NFC, shit, they can make a run to the Super Bowl going through the NFC.
He's a good fucking player. This is
the NFC has regular season Aaron Rodgers. I mean, hey,
wow.
Until he does something in the fucking playoffs, that's all. I can't even argue against that. I'm sorry, Tom Grassi. I can't even argue against it until he does something in the playoffs. And then you got first half of the season Kyler Murray, and that's pretty much it. I mean, hell,
wow.
Dak. I mean, shit. I mean, I don't even know what you think, man. I don't know Dak.
I mean, he's a
Cowboys fan and shit.
But I don't think he would crack that list. I mean, if I don't think
honest, Dak cracks this list of quarterbacks.
Who else we got? Stafford.
Kirk Cousins is still over there in Minnesota, ain't he?
Getting them empty stats.
Them empty calories over there.
I'm looking. Else? I mean, Matt Ryan is probably the most tenured.
Matt Ryan is the he's the OG on the block, but and he's still statistically he's
going to put up crazy numbers always.
Very competitive.
Oh, no doubt.
Still very competitive.
Doubt. Yeah, I don't see anybody that strikes fear in my heart looking through the NFC.
Nobody.
I mean, now
ain't nobody over there, but
Carson Wentz just joined the ranks today.
I mean, we about to get to that one. We about to get to that one.
If you get 2017 Carson Wentz somehow, you rub a fucking magic lamp.
Look, man, that Carson Wentz was never real. It was never real to begin with. It was an illusion. It was an illusion. Because we ain't seen nothing even remotely close to that since that year. That was literally.
But how the coaches are. Like, I can get that out of him.
I can get the real Carson Wentz out there. I can get the real Carson Wentz to show up. Okay.
Everyone thinks they're the fucking guy that's going to be able to
to save
resurrect
that
everybody.
Everybody want to save a hoe. Captain save a hoe. He can pass around every damn team in the NFL. Everybody trying to save him. Come on, baby. Just stay off the streets, baby. Just stay off the streets. Come on, baby. Just stay with me now. Just stay with me now.
I didn't mean to spoil
That's how they've been doing it.
But yeah, the NFC is lacking at the quarterback position.
Very much so.
I mean, now
we got our first look at Russell Wilson. First look at Russell Wilson here from none other than Madden's garbage ass game. But hey,
easiest way to do it.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, that's video game Russ. That's as close as y'all gonna get till he shows up in his uniform. So, I always felt like the Broncos needed to like update these uniforms because it's kind of that old style with the. I guess I'm just over here ad-libbing.
No, they've been at it for a while like that.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd change it. To be honest, not gonna lie. Kind of wish they'd change it. But moving on, of course, that would be the next person that we're going to talk about here. Obviously, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has been traded from Indianapolis to the Washington Commanders, the Comrades. Comrade Carson has entered the building. And he'll be playing against the Eagles twice a year from now on, at least for this year, because we know, as we have seen, 1 year with Carson, and he might change the way you feel about football.
Oh, shit.
And he'll be playing the Colts next year as the quarterback of the Commanders. Now, Ron Rivera's got a project on his hands. I don't really know that this is I don't know that this is going to work for these guys. I don't know. But they need something, and this is one of those franchises that it is hard to get a good quarterback in. Because the franchise doesn't really support itself. So it's kind of
it's a fucking dumpster fire right now over there.
The franchise
from
doesn't
the owner,
really support itself.
From the owner right on down.
Yeah, top down, they are just disgusting. They are disgusting.
For 2 third-round picks, I mean, why not take a flyer on the guy?
Yeah. I mean, he was a first round pick himself, so he's pretty much gonna, you're gonna have to give up a couple of picks for him, regardless of the situation. Last we saw of Carson Wentz, he was busy fucking off the entire playoff chances of the Indianapolis Colts as they got crushed in the clown-out game in Jacksonville. Yeah. The boy was dressed in clown paint for that one, too.
That's right.
So Carson Wentz, he's on now with his third team in 2 years?
He's been around.
Only in the NFL can you suck so bad as a quarterback, yet still continue to make $20+ million a season, regardless of where you at.
Shout out to Sam Bradford.
Shout out to Sam Bradford. Hell, he got that good 64, 60, 67 mil as soon as he touched on the dotted line, and then proceeded to be garbage for the rest of his career.
Yeah, he was like I think his year was the last year before they restructured the way they did first round picks.
Contracts. Yeah. Because he got the biggest ever. It was like close to 70 million guaranteed.
And I think he went somewhere else and got paid. Like after his first team cut him.
As a backup or something? Or was he doing it as
I think I feel like he signed a second deal.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe he got extended.
That's blasphemous. Yeah. You don't give a bum you don't give somebody like that a second deal.
I feel like I remember him being like the poster child for like bad extensions.
This is how you fuck up a football team. This is how you do it.
I can't remember exactly, but I feel like he got paid twice.
Oh,
well, good for him. Shit. I mean, I'm all, I will always favor labor over management.
Yeah. I guess.
Great for him, man. Yeah. I mean,
good for him. I'll always favor a player getting his money. I ain't gonna get mad at that. You know what? I can't get mad at that. I can't. It's
Yeah.
against my principle. It's against my principles to get mad at somebody for getting their money
Right.
because these cats are dumb enough to pay it to them.
Hell yeah. Usually you only got to fool them once, but he fooled them twice.
He fooled them twice. He fooled them. He fooled them for the number one overall, and then he convinced them that he was that he had value after that. After 4 years of ineptitude.
Yeah, J. Cole would be hot
Backup
mad right
quarterback
now.
is the greatest position in football.
Yep.
It's the greatest position in football. You do nothing. You don't do nothing. And
In
you get
most
paid
cases,
on
you probably
average,
make $3-4 million.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
easily 3 or 4 million.
In some cases, 6 or 7. Depending on your tenure.
Absolutely. They get paid bread, cuz.
And you're the most popular cat in town.
Yeah, everybody knows your name. Yeah,
You're going to any bar, you're the man.
Going to any bar, drinking for free. He don't even got to spend money no more in life. Yeah, I'm the backup. I'm like Chad Henne. I'm the backup who got us to the Super Bowl.
Right. But let you be the sixth offensive lineman. They treat you like a redhead stepchild.
For real. Yeah, he's broken leg. Yeah, roll him off. Move the drill up. Move the drill up.
Oh, wow.
Roll him off the field.
Doing us like Mortimer, trading places. Fuck him. Get that damn machine back on. Your brother just had a heart attack. Like, we're out there convulsing on the field. They're like, everyone else is good, right?
I said, fuck him. That's how they treat us old linemen. We can only laugh at it now. We can only laugh. That's how we get treated. We're treated like freaking.
You'll have to keep from crying sometimes, man.
Is he breathing or is he dead? Which one? If he's breathing, get him out. Oh, man. Oh, Lordy. So, Carson Wentz, he's traded. Let me see. I forgot what was the info on his. Colts get they get two third round picks, can become a second if he plays more than 70% of the plays.
Oh.
And they get a second round pick. So they get a third round for 2022, third round for 2023, and a second round for 2022. The Commanders get Carson Wentz and a second round pick. So they get that pretty much. They've flipped their second round pick and third round picks.
Okay.
But
I mean,
my God.
What was it? Taylor Heineke was the guy. So
I mean, Heineke better than Carson Wentz. Yes, I believe that.
He had some moments,
He had more moments than Carson Wentz did. Shit.
I guess they're hoping, the competition will make one of them better than he used to be.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't let Carson Wentz fool you, though. Those first 7 weeks of the season, you might be like, man, this guy's back on track. Wait till you get to a game that really matters.
Oh, no.
Carson Wentz throws 6 interceptions in the third and fourth quarter.
Wow.
This guy just fell off a cliff, I swear, Bob. Oof. Oh, shit. All right. Who else is in the mix here? We got some surprise, a big-time surprise release of a player.
Oh, yeah. I know where this is going.
Release of a player. This guy is going to be a Hall of Famer, I'm pretty sure, in his future. But, as of yesterday, he was released by the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks had a busy fucking day, didn't they? Little bastards.
Yeah.
Busy day. Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's been this guy's a 7-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler. This guy, I played against him a few times when he early in his career. The guy's got, he's a professional, consummate professional. He's the leader that you always want in the locker room. He's a guy who you got to have. If you can have him in your locker room, you got to have him in your locker room.
Yeah.
I actually think that the Jaguars should be looking at this as an opportunity for them to jump on trying to bring him into the fold in Jacksonville to lead that defense. Because look, it's a hard sell for somebody who maybe not as hard because of the last 2 seasons. He has been part of some losing in Seattle. So, but again, a guy who's played in the Super Bowl multiple times. You want to be associated with the winning squad, but I think in the Jaguar situation, it's a little bit unique. Trying to build something there, and you can do a Cleveland. You can do a Cincinnati. You can do a Cincinnati if you get pieces in place right. The Jaguars,
you got to have a B+ at least draft.
Yeah, you got to have a B+. You got to have a good, solid draft. But I think that this should be somebody, if you're looking for to build culture, to build a defense that can beckon back to the Saxonville days. That wasn't too long ago. That was 2016, 2017. You had Saxonville. I think that this is a guy you try to offer some bread. Be like, look, man, we give you a little 2-year. Or we'll give you a 1 year fucking 10, 12 million, 10 million. Oh, shit. It's hard for them to do that now. It is, because look, they just gave a freaking franchise tag to Cam Robinson. Where's that at? That's up here. I got that up here. Oh, my God. They franchise tagged Cam Robinson. It's another thing I wanted to talk about on here that I just could not understand. Why would you do that? Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. Or, trade him. Trade him or get rid of one of them.
Yeah, there's so many ways to move guys, but for whatever reason, he must got some naked pictures of Shad Khan or something.
Actual facial expression when he heard the news.
Shit, what's the franchise tag for a tackle? It's got to be.
He's getting 16. So that's 16 off the fucking
16.
cap. Yeah, wow. 16. So it's like you just eliminated a chunk of your cap space on a franchise tag of a player who's not even worth $16 million a year, not even close. And you have the first overall pick in the draft, which you could easily move back a couple of spots if that's your concern, and sign a top offensive lineman at the number 2 or the number 3 or the number 4 spot, get another draft pick on top of that, and build, with the capital you have. And then pay some guys like Bobby Wagner, pay guys like Chandler Jones, who's about to become a free agent, pay those guys some money to get them to come in to help build your defense quickly while you add these pieces on offense. Find Amari Cooper. Get him in the door. So you got a weapon on offense. All these possibilities, and you fuck it off with the very first move you make by giving $16 million to a bum.
Oh, man. Hey, Jags gonna jag.
Jags gonna jag it off. You know that. You know that. And that's what they're doing. They literally have jagged it off. You jagged it up. You got a fresh start and you still jagged it up.
Surely there's got to be someone out there that could have got half this price.
Look, wait a minute. Why Neal would be a cheaper left tackle than paying Cam $16 million? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what. I understand that there's some hype around this kid from Michigan, but I'm going to tell you something right now. This is a matter of principle for me. Ain't no Michigan defensive end ever going to be a number 1 overall pick and be just some superstar, in my opinion.
Oh, man.
They don't produce that kind of player. They don't. When they played against a team of that had a worthy offensive front, how much did they lose by? How many sacks did he have? How many pressures did he have? How many tackles did he have? No, stop it.
Yeah,
Do not
Michigan
draft.
is not where you go for edge rushers.
That's not where you go for edge rushers. And I don't give a shit what his numbers look like. I don't care.
I mean, it's been since Lamar Woodley was the last edge rusher.
Woodley was a linebacker.
And he was rushing against running backs most of the time.
Yes, I mean,
in the league. Anyway.
I just don't get it. Here I am. I'm going on a Jaguars rant. That's where we're going right now, huh? We're supposed to be watching some film. Oh my goodness. It irritates me because it just doesn't make sense. It's like, who's making these calls? Well, we know who's making the calls. Old Trent Baalke. That's who's making the call. That's who makes the call to franchise tag a fucking subpar left tackle. And if you don't believe he's subpar, I'll go pull the fucking film up. That's what we'll break down next week. If you don't believe me, I'll do it. I swear. You could easily just take the first round, first overall, or second or third or fourth. Pick not even Evan Neal, because we're going to look at another lineman here in a minute. But right now, hell, I don't even have Evan Neal as my number one. Look, you know what? They need me as GM. That's what the fuck they need. They need me as GM.
I mean, you could probably pick 4 guys.
You could pick 4 offensive line, four players on the offensive side of the ball.
At least
you could pick 4 offensive linemen that would be solid enough to fit right in there, just like you think Evan Neal would.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Anyways, let's take a couple super chats here before we move on, because we are moving on from this. RC from NYC says, "What's up, Uche? What's up, Justin? What's up, chat? Hope all is good. The Giants should move on Wagner. It has been many years since we've had a big league difference maker on defense." Yeah. I mean, the Giants. I mean, it's been a minute since they've had that middle linebacker, that outside linebacker, the defensive end, Osi Umenyiora, that whole D line with Michael Strahan when they went and got the championship in 2007. They went back and got it again in 2008. I mean, did they go? They went back to back, right? Yeah.
Was it?
They won back to back. Yeah. Or was it 2 and 3 years?
I thought it was. Yeah, they were close. I don't think it was back to back though. It's only been done like.
Why do I feel like they went back to back?
It might have.
They did go back to back. Oh, let's see. Let me look.
Sure, someone will tell us pretty soon. You guys are fucking idiots. Know your history.
You guys play football. You don't know this?
No, I did not memorize all 56 Super
we
Bowl
don't
winners.
really know, cuz.
I don't have all 56 memorized.
They went 2000. Okay, no, they went 2008, then 2012. So 2 and 4 years. Shit, who the fuck won in between? I don't know.
Pittsburgh, New Orleans, and Green Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all like not very memorable Super Bowl wins, but Super Bowl wins nonetheless.
None of this shit really stands out. But hey,
Charlie,
they get you a ring.
Yeah, you get a ring. That'll change your life. Charlie, take you a Petla. Got it better that time. For $5 says, "What do you think about DK possibly available for trade after the Russell Wilson trade?" Uche. So DK Metcalf, he's on his way out. I think that's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. I think that he has shown a somewhat regression, I think, as a player. He's kind of regressed pretty quickly. He went from being really good at one point to being dominant, and then he kind of just went back to just being a big receiver who can't catch the fucking ball and who drops the ball a lot, who fumbles a lot, who's kind of a little bit selfish, who doesn't really think about, isn't really a big team guy. And unfortunate as it may be, I mean, that's not that uncommon amongst, flashes in the pan. There are a lot of flashes in the pan in the league, guys who are good players, but only play at that peak level for a very short period of time. I think he's kind of at that spot right now. Now, can you like kind of straighten yourself and hold your value as a player? Or if you're having these struggles, yeah, I think you can. Will he? I don't know if he's mature enough to understand what that's going to take. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, damn sure not with Drew Lock as your quarterback. You know, if you're showing your ass, he's showing your ass with Russell Wilson. What's he gonna act like when Drew Lock is the QB? I mean, we're not there yet, but he's the QB on the roster. Him or Geno Smith.
He's gonna be up, but he's already ahead of Geno Smith. Let's just be honest about that. Geno Smith is not gonna be the guy. I don't care how much he wants to be.
Yeah. So you're looking at a rookie quarterback or one of these two guys.
If I'm the Seahawks, I mean, they kind of fuck themselves, right? Because they can't even get that. They can't even get that quarterback in the draft right now, huh? Because they gave up that
surprised. Pick. Yep, 2 firsts.
They gave up first, second, and third. Ooh. Wait, no, my bad. No. They gave up a second, I believe, right? Let me see. Seahawks. They do.
No. Okay. It was Russ. Yeah. Russ in a third, I think.
Yeah. Third. Okay, third. So yeah, maybe they can still find the QB.
And they picked up 2 firsts, right? But are they this year?
Seahawks, yeah. Seahawks picked up a bunch of firsts. They picked up a first this year, a first next year, 2 seconds. Yep.
And then
so I mean, they got draft capital now. But they haven't been particularly great in the draft the last few years.
True.
They have been kind of wishy-washy.
They might be better off putting that as a package together and getting
so we got Drew Lock and some first-round picks. Who wants some?
It'd be like the Simpsons when he walks in the bar, a motherfucker turns right around, out.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh no!
Hey, nice to meet you, Drew. We just sent you to fucking. I don't even know.
As soon as he gets in the building, hey, welcome. Oh no, actually, we're gonna talk to you about that in the office here. Yeah, we don't have any hats or any jerseys for you because we've already traded you. And just sit there and look at them.
Honestly, we tried to make this a 3-team deal, but
didn't work out as a 3-team deal, so we had to get one confirmed, and then we go back and we do another one.
We had to. So
we're actually sending you. We're actually sending you to Miami. You know, it's gonna be palms. There's gonna be palm trees out there.
Hey,
palm trees. Yeah. I mean, you might play football, but
beautiful women.
You're gonna be looking at palm trees.
Beautiful women. You know, work on your Spanish.
Yeah. We're sending you to Houston, which might be good for him. I mean, you can go there with no pressure and just throw as many picks as you want. Nobody gonna get mad.
You can do it. I mean, you're really out there playing street ball.
For real.
You go this way.
Playing football.
You go that way, and I'll just throw it over there. See what happens.
For real. So with DK Metcalf, I mean, his situation is fluid, but he's at a turning point. This is a crossroads for his career. He has to make something happen, or it might be too late for that. Maybe they do think about trading him in the offseason, but there probably have to be something that presented itself because he's still considered a weapon. It's just he's lacking in consistency right now and holding onto the ball.
He has
the tool set, unbelievable tool set. And, it's feast or famine sometimes with big receivers, It's feast or famine. A lot of people look at Terrell Owens and they say, oh, prototypical, like, superstar, big receiver. Terrell Owens dropped a lot of fucking balls. A lot of balls, like, on 4th down and everything. Terrell Owens is not – it's not talked about, but he has been known to be somebody who does not consistently catch the ball.
Yeah,
but when he does catch it, it's a huge play a lot of times.
It's usually like splash plays.
Yeah.
Catch your eye. And this guy had like some splash moments.
And he has those. He's had a lot of splash moments.
But we need I need the first down on 3rd down.
Mm-hmm.
get 2 yards past the line of scrimmage or the line to gain and just give me the first down sometimes. Like every play doesn't got to be a walk-off grand slam to win the World Series. You know, sometimes
I think that's what a guy like
and damn it,
Metcalf,
don't fumble the ball.
What he gives you that, but at the same time, like he doesn't run routes well at all. He like doesn't really run routes well. So it's like you're not even like if you ran routes well, you could run a 5-yard slant and take it to the crib. You could do a double move route and get deep on a receiver that way. You could run, skinny posts and split safeties. He doesn't do any of that well. He doesn't do any of it well. He just runs down the sideline and he floats around. He'll float towards the sideline for, you throw him the ball, an easy, pitch and catch, or you just launching it down the field and you're letting him use his height, which, I mean, hey, that's a thing. But if you can't threaten a DB with multiple different looks, then it's easier to cover you.
Right.
And that's what kind of happens with him. He kind of disappears. If he doesn't get those big throws, he disappears. So, gonna be interesting offseason for the Seahawks, to say the least.
Yeah, he's not gonna be getting any of those because Russ threw one of the best deep balls
in the league.
So, something tells me he better, work on the shorter part of the route tree moving forward.
Yeah, he better work on that route tree because he gonna need it. He gonna need it to survive in this league.
Yeah, holler at Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I mean,
he's selling copper fit, so he'll be happy to.
Man, I'll never forget watching just a short video that I saw on Twitter before of Jerry Rice running routes in practice. And this was prime Jerry Rice, young prime Jerry Rice, and it was unbelievable. People said that he ran like a 4.6 at the combine?
4.7.
4.7, man. It looked like he was running a 4.3 flat on these cats. They were literally, he had DBs doing 360 shuffles, turnarounds.
God dog.
On a fake to the inside and then just cut out route. I mean, these cats didn't know what to do. He was catching the ball with 2 yards of space, 3 yards of space. And that was against
consider him
San
the
Fran
best
squad that had a secondary.
Right. A lot of people consider him the best player, like the most talented player ever.
Yeah, I know. Jerry Rice, in my opinion, Jerry Rice is the greatest football player the NFL's ever had. Because it did not matter what you did. You couldn't bracket cover him. You couldn't man-on-man cover. He caught a 5-yard slant on Deion Sanders, prime Deion Sanders, and took it 76 yards for a touchdown.
Who probably ran a 4.2.
Who ran a 4.2, legitimate 4.2 flat in church shoes.
Well, not anymore.
But not anymore. He done lost a couple toes, I heard just the other day. Wishing him well.
As much of a recovery as possible.
Yeah.
Won't be full
we love
recovery.
Deion, man. I love Deion. I loved when he was with the Niners because I grew up a Niners fan. He had that 1 year with him, but shit, we got Super Bowl, cuz. Appreciate it. Because of you. But yeah, Jerry Rice is, to me, is the greatest football player, the greatest football player to ever play. If you say like greatest quarterback, I'll give you the Tom Brady argument.
That's a completely different. They're playing a completely different game.
Yeah, they were playing a different game. Jerry Rice was the receivers you see today. That's what Jerry Rice was when there weren't other receivers like that. It was just him doing that. He was the one who was just running over the top of everybody, catching balls and breaking. I mean, I think he might have the most yak in the NFL history.
He got the most everything. Like his numbers was like lapping the field in like every category.
Yeah.
And did it forever.
Unbelievable.
These cats now
he was literally the GOAT of football. I think he was good enough. He could have played both sides of the ball. He could have played secondary too, and been good. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the film. We got about 20-25 minutes to look at some good film here.
That's
We've gone through the
So give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want. We're gonna look at a player here who has gotten who's had some fanfare. And he's a Nigerian brother. Ikem Ekwonu. His mother was a high school track star. His father was a college basketball standout in Nigeria before coming to America. He is the fifth ranked offensive lineman. He's at guard. So we're going to be looking at some guard film here from NC State, I believe he played at.
Mm-hmm.
But they have him as the fifth overall lineman in the draft. Let's pull him up here so we can start taking a little look here at this film. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right, so NC State. This is NC State's O-line versus Clemson 2021. Let's see what we can see here. So I believe he is going to be at, looks like he's at left guard here. Is that him?
I'm not sure what his number is.
Yeah, well, this is, where they got him at? What is his number? Let me see. Let me pull him up real quick. Boom. Boom.
Is
'Let me see.
79?
Yeah.
79.
I was about to say. 79, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 79. Is he guard or tackle?
I think he might have played tackle there, but maybe projects as a guard.
Maybe they're projecting him to play guard, but I think he should be a tackle. Yeah, he's a tackle, I think.
Okay.
Looks like he's a tackle here in these pictures. So,
okay.
So 79's our guy. Let's take a look here. So he's going to be. This here he is here, left tackle. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to say the right guard is not Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm like right guard's a white guy.
He's a Caucasian brother.
We got a Caucasian brother right there. Like, no, that's not what we're looking for. All right, so let's take a look here. He's a left tackle. Okay, I mean, just has to keep the guy's hands down on that play. So no biggie there. Looks like.
Not much going on.
So let's give him I think he lets this defensive end rush into him, which I mean, he's still.
I think you could be. I mean,
I like what I see there.
Wow.
He said, "Shit, okay." Little aggression in there. He got his hands inside, made him pay. All right, I'll give him a plus for that. Give him a plus for that. I mean, there wasn't too much. It wasn't really a technique issue there, just timing. You got to get your hands on him. So this is a rollout, which it looks like they're doing a waterfall, that little fallback block.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing it a little bit in a weird way. But they're falling back. It's like, we call that the waterfall technique, where everybody on the line just turns and protects. But the way we do it in the league, at least with us, is we would run down.
Yeah,
we would run down the line and then fold back.
Yeah,
we wouldn't do that immediately, because if this guy runs here and this guy runs here immediately, that's going to be hard for him to stop. He's going to be there's going to be leakage in there. There's a lot of gap, this is, you never want to be facing like this. No, you don't want to be turned like this completely.
Yeah, because these guys are not
down the line to get the D line moving, to get them to move down the line, which gives your quarterback time to roll. They're looking for space, but you've got a nice wall of linemen who are running down the line here, and then the backside three kind of fade back and fold over to pick up anything that comes off the overhang. So this is a weird college style thing, but I get the concept.
Yeah, these tight ends and running backs are not capable blockers. I do not want them.
You don't want to trust your quarterback with that guy's blocking ability. You're gonna learn a hard lesson if you do that. Okay, So here we go. NC State doing some weird stuff. I mean, just from first glance, I'm like, what are they doing? But trying to get a look here at our left tackle, Ekwonu. Like this here. Okay, so I will say get your hands up. Like, you never want to be in this position as a lineman. You don't want to have your hands hanging out here. You know, this guy's eyes are in the backfield. He can make a move before you can actually react. And when you react, because your hands are down like this, more often than not, you're just gonna try and turn your torso to react, to catch him, because you don't have you don't really have a way to strike him when you're in this position. But he gets his hands up. What I don't like to see is that this guy is running in there and he's over there.
Chilling.
Yeah, you got to get, if you're not, I mean, yes, I'm not going to say you're going to beat him to the play, but you want to be on his hip or be close to his hip to try and maybe nudge him past that so he doesn't get that hit on the running back. Those are things you get evaluated on as a player. You can't let this happen from the backside of the play. He gets a clean open shot. On the
that could be a fumble.
That could cause a fumble.
Those are fumbles.
That could cause a fumble. You don't want that.
You have inside leverage to start the play. Don't give it up.
Yeah. That's what his technique is there for. That's what he is supposed to be at the snap of the ball, faking inside here. This guy actually reacts wrong and reacts away from it. And now you want to seal this off. He should never get back inside of here without you shoving him up the field.
You have to make him go. You have to make him go behind you.
Yeah.
So you can
make him go back here.
It's okay to work up the field, or in this case, down the field. So basically work right down that hash.
Yeah.
But you never want to step back.
Hash.
Never step back out to that guy because he's a better athlete than you. He's going to just shake you or some shit and then go get a hit on the running back, just like he does here.
Yeah. I mean, you're thinking it's almost as if you're blocking a linebacker, right? Once he reads and recognizes, you're trying to get flat, keep flat down this line, pushing him up the field so that he doesn't get that running angle. Like, you don't go after him like he did right there. It's hard to see because of the pixelation, but he actually went after the defender who then just came under him, and that's how he beat him. So not very good awareness there. I would say a minus on his awareness. I would say minus on his technique because he didn't play the technique out the way it should have been played. And at the end of the day, for him, that's a minus. That play is a minus.
I mean, if we're grading top 10 to 15 picks, maybe. I expect better than that. Yeah. That's not a very good awareness there. But see, let's look here. So you got a gun situation here. You got a running back in. I would say, I mean, his only thought should be this DN. He shouldn't be worried about this backer. Because if anything, your guard's going to pick up him. Your guard's going to pick up him. Your center's going to pick up him. You're covered up. You got five for five.
5 for 5. You got 5 for 5 here. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything rash if he threatens up here any. Just let it be. Running back can come in and fill in. If he doesn't pick him up, running back will probably step up into it. But they don't even run the play anyways. All right. Okay. See a little motor there, a little bit of a motor there. Okay, so right here, this is actually pretty damn good. Now, I don't know what they're seeing here. Maybe somebody's not there. Maybe they're playing zone, so they try to go to a bubble screen. But in the NFL, this is a run play.
I see a lot of grass.
You know what I mean? This is a run play because you got this right here. And he dug him out, so you can actually force this linebacker to play over the top by bleeding the hole and then coming right back into open field against this guy at the very worst to try and break for a touchdown. This is why it's amateur football on this side here, because this is, I don't know, what are you doing this for? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm curious what the read is here.
You got like maybe 5 in the box, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
And, I'm presuming,
So he's got his backside arm inside of this. That's pretty good right there. Now I couldn't see the rest of it. Maybe we go to the wide since they I mean, why would you even this? They're manned up. They got 2 for 2. They got 3 over 2, really.
3 over 2 there. I mean, 4.5
if you throw
in the
a bubble
box
here,
here.
he's gonna break. One of them it's gonna be one-on-one, right? But you still got this guy. Now here, I mean, they're playing off. Okay, so I can understand, okay, you're gonna make that throw, but still, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man box over here. You can get just as many yards because look at all this space in the middle. Look at all this space. You got one person in this linebacker defending this whole area on the cutback. That's going to be hard. In college, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, that guy's in a bind.
Now, this is great. But you see that right there, though. See, and this is the thing. In the NFL, they critique this part right here, too. If this running back had the ball, they still wouldn't care that the running back was running over here. The coach will say, why? Once he does this, once you get your other arm involved, you now give him an angle to run off of. That inside arm is what you're supposed to keep that whole play. So good job, though, with the motor. Good job with the motor. I won't give him a minus on technique, but that's something you got to be aware of as well.
Yeah, great start right there.
Yeah, he came off the ball fast. Really, he came off the ball. That was a really good get off.
That's a tough
faster
block.
than the linemen we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take another look here. Okay. Oh, I mean, he lost. He got shedded late, which is not good. But something about the snap that he has that I like, because you can see here. He knocks this guy out. He knocks him where he knocks this guy outward. He's got the inside leverage here with the inside arm. He might be a little bit too turned, but for a tackle, this is actually okay. Because one thing that can happen, and one thing that the running back should be aware of, is follow this guy here. This is the guy who you want to follow into the hole. I think that's the guard there. Maybe it's yeah. Follow your guard. That's pretty damn good by the guard. That's a chip block. I mean, that's a good chip.
This is good all the way around.
Yeah, this front side got it. They got him. That's a great chip block, and that's a great job taking over now.
Yeah.
Careful. They may call holding there. If you pull from the right side of your body, if you pull his left side down, they might call holding. But he's under him completely. That's pretty damn good. Covered up the linebacker.
This is textbook on the front side.
Falls off late. And he falls off late, I believe he falls off late because outside arm.
Second hand isn't, there's no contact with that second hand.
Your inside leverage is great. Now, you got to understand, this guy's looking back here. He's not going to stay here.
Yeah, at some point, he's going to find the ball.
He's going to find the ball, and you've got your left arm completely free. Your body's turned to the sideline. If you rotate his body about 20 degrees to the right, 20 to 25 degrees to the right, and put this second hand under his armpit here, then you can just drive him on this lane. And when he tries to plant and come back inside, you plant your inside leg, because that's part of the technique of having a good base and moving your feet and getting your whole foot on the ground when you're blocking. You can kind of what do they call it? You can settle down at the point when he tries to stick to redirect, and you can just drive him back inside further than he wants. And that will give your running back a two-way go. He can start to come here, and once you start driving up the field and make him fold back inside, he just keeps going outside. But here he gets dished late. So, I mean, I would say a minus on technique because he only blocked with half his body, but he had a good angle. He took a good angle to start. He just allowed himself to turn out wide, and that kind of what was going to turn out to be a good block turned out to be a bad block.
But I will say this: there's something to work with there. Great pop, like you see it from the wide angle. Like something's happening when he
You can
hits
see him
people.
moving faster than the other linemen, very much faster, and
He
he's
jumps
getting
off the
there.
tape.
He's got some good. He definitely has some good pop there.
And when he touches
He
people, they
definitely
move.
has some good pop. What's up?
No, I was just saying when he touches people or puts his hands
You
on
can tell. You can tell when he hits them, they move.
Like
When he hits
people
them,
go
they
from
move.
I'm in this gap, now I'm in that gap. You know.
And I'll tell you something. Sometimes when you see a guy moving like that, and you can tell that he's athletic enough to be coached the proper technique, sometimes that might make him more valuable than a guy who's maybe up the little bit higher than him, who doesn't look like a guy who's kind of set in his ways, you know, but doesn't look like he necessarily is as athletic or has as much explosion. This dude has some explosion, and he might be a 1 or 2 year project before you put him out there on the field. Well, I mean, as a first round pick, hardly, but
right.
he might be, it might be something that you give him a year and then you put him on the field, or you give him half the season. If there's an injury, you put him on the field and start letting him get reps. But I definitely, thinking as an offensive lineman, I feel like no offensive lineman is really truly ready to go in year one. It's just not possible. You're playing a man's game, and things get really manly in the trenches. You need to know what the fuck you're doing, or you're going to get shocked. And that can, and guys either respond to that well, or they tend to crumble and fall off the wagon. Yeah. It's usually one or the other. There's not a gray area there.
Right. Yeah. It's a real trial by fire.
It's a real trial by fire. So you don't want to have guys out there if they're showing you in practice that they're not necessarily ready for that.
First of all, that's how people get hurt.
That's how they get hurt, because when you have to think on the field, you play slower and you play more timid. Not because you're a timid player, but because uncertainty makes you slow down for fear of making a mental error.
Yep.
Because look, I ain't gonna there's been a couple times, I mean, not many, but there's been a few times in my career, even as a vet, where I'm at the line of scrimmage. One time I forgot what the fucking play was. I was like, what did we call? And nobody would answer me. And I'm like, what's the play? Green 88! Green 88! I'm like, what's the play?
Damn.
And somebody just said blast. I'm like, which way? Hut. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I literally, and even the coach in the film was like,
oh, no.
Coach, you didn't know what fucking play it was, did you? Do you know what we're running? I'm like, nope. I asked like 3 times. Nobody would say nothing.
Right.
Oh, the ball gets snapped, and you see everybody moving one way, and you just see Uche just lifting his hands off the ground and just kind of, it's like I'm looking to see which way everybody's going. And then I start pushing people.
Oh, shit.
No that's footwork, funny. No nothing.
That's fucking funny.
And that's happened.
Hey, sometimes it'd be like that.
Hey, I mean, I don't know what was happening, man. I mean, I can't remember who we were playing. I can't even remember. I just remember the feeling, because I was like, it was a home game, and I was just like, damn, because we had a layered game plan that week, and I was like, shit. I don't remember if it's this play or that play. I mean, I was thinking about just the looks, the fronts that we were getting, and I didn't really listen when the play was being called because I was looking at the defense while he was calling the play. I don't know what it was. Anyways, I got no excuse, but it just happened. So, anyways, let's get back to the film. All right, next play up. Let's play up. Okay. Oh. Hey, see, that's what you like to see, though.
He's got some finish.
I mean, the cat's got finish all over him.
And I don't mean he's from Scandinavia.
You know what I mean? And honestly, they're running. This is a trap. This is like a tight end trap here, which, God damn it, college football, y'all are so terrible. Why would you do this?
You give the back. Who's the back? Or who's the H back? Who is this H back?
H back over here cracking. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
But that's a pointless thing to do because there's nowhere to run. He knocks him into the line.
Fabulous hit, but yeah, the play is.
It doesn't do anything. Now,
shit,
this right here, if you're looking at how Ikem is, how he engages here. Now, this I like. I like that this is he gets a piece of that DT for the guard right here. Now he gets up on the second level. Now watch how his hands work. He gets his hands underneath this guy, which is good. That's what you want. Starts running his feet. Damn it. He starts to run his feet. And that's really what you like. As a lineman, I like when I see that. Running their feet. Mm-hmm. You get under them, you run your feet, and then he finishes the dude. And he finishes them in full just, it doesn't even like he didn't even like it wasn't even hard.
Like a child.
Which is good. That's something you can work with. Let's take a look at it from here. I like his stance. He's got a good base. I mean, I'm always a little wary about having your hands on your knees like that. But no problem. Now this is what you don't do. In the league, you don't do this. Even though I like the movement he got here, you don't put this arm in there with it.
You can't commit that second hand. In this case, his left, like you're saying, his left hand. As soon as you put that hand down, that backer's flying over the top. You'll never get back to him.
That backer's gone.
Look how big it makes his second step.
Yeah.
Second step fully crosses over in order for him to get that hand on the guy's hip.
Yeah.
So
even the fact like the footwork here is incorrect even, right? You would take like a double team footwork here.
Yeah.
You would kind of cut your split down just a little bit. I mean, maybe and move up on the line of scrimmage a little bit more. And you would just pick up that first foot, put it down here. Second step comes right here. And then you would go vertical with this inside arm as what you make contact with. Mm-hmm. Keeping this arm free because he's going here. He's either going to go here or here. This is his gap on this side. So he's not going in here. He's going to see, he's going to see movement here. He's going to step up. But he sees this crossing, you see this crossing, so he's going to come fill in because that is showing him where the ball is going in the run play. Yep. You turning your shoulders here, you've made this gap easier for this defensive end to fit into, and now you've made it also easier for this linebacker to get over here. If you've got this arm free and you're square up the field, you can hit this guy's hip on your way up from running off the ball. And then you can get flat and run and make a run at this backer.
Yep.
But when you turn like that, a lot of time because this guy's not committing, he's not moving fast. He doesn't pay here. He doesn't pay. Yeah. But in the league, you're going to pay for that because you're
lucky for him. He just stops.
Yeah, he just stops and engages you. But he gets his hands in here and he finishes the dude. He finishes well there. So technique, I mean, I would give a minus. Effort, I'd give him a plus. And just finish, I'd give him a plus. So a lot of little technique things you're seeing here. I mean, it doesn't mean that these guys aren't good or can't be coached to have good technique. It just because, I mean, truth be told, in college, you're not getting the same kind of technique coaching that you're going to get in the league. They're going to hammer on technique, and they're going to teach you how to do it the right way a lot of times.
Yeah. Frankly, they just don't have the time in college.
They don't have the time.
40-hour rule.
Yeah. NFL, bitch, we going at 6 a.m. You leave at 6 p.m. And it's all football. Everything in between.
All football, all the time.
So here, okay.
Oh, wow.
Take a look.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that slide. He's got a good pop, man. He's got a good pop. Now, I feel like he's skipping a little bit here.
I could already tell you he's going a little too fast.
Yeah, he's going a little bit too fast. It looks like he's kind of shuffling here. Both feet off the ground at the same time. I don't like that. Look, those are 2 feet off the ground at the same time. That's bad. That's bad because it's going to get you. You're going to get caught doing that. Mm-hmm. And like right there, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. You get caught. You're in the air. You're floating out too wide. Inside move.
I can promise you.
Inside move. And even this Clemson defender who's doing it pretty good. I mean, in the league, that's a step and a half faster. As soon as he sees, and look at his hands. His hands are down at his waist, hanging low. So this guy is raw. He's raw. He's raw talent right now. He's not polished. He's not polished, but he's got some good talent, but he's not polished. That's what I'm seeing here because this guy is lined up way too wide on the tackle for you to overset him like that.
Yeah.
He's way too wide for you to overset. You're late with your hands. You're leaning forward. That's why your face mask is hitting his shoulder. Your feet are both in the air right now, off the ground. And look what happens. The only way for him to even attempt to save this is to turnstile his hips. They're facing the opposite sideline of where he is blocked. This is motherfucking worst case scenario right here. Throw the ball! Your guard can't even help you. He's like, shit.
Like, I'm here to help you, but not that fucking fast.
I mean, look, it's just a simple fact of where they were in the pocket that saved them because this. I mean, that's probably a hold that keeps him from going on beelining.
Yeah,
because there's no reason why this guy should still be going upfield.
Right.
You have direct access right here to the quarterback.
Shit.
Direct access. So this is a complete minus. This is a minus through and through on everything on that play. That one was really bad. Really bad. So we'll do 3 more plays here, then we'll call it.
Yeah, because I promise you, no matter how good an athlete you are, you cannot change directions when both your feet are in the air. I don't give a fuck if you're
and you have no balance. All you have to do
you...
is get nudged while your feet are in the air, and you're done.
You could be Carl Lewis. I'm thinking great athletes in history. Usain Bolt. Don't matter. Nobody.
No.
Maybe Bruce Lee. Maybe Bruce Lee could have done it.
The only one. Now I don't know. I
don't think he knows the play.
This looks like just what I was talking about. Somebody doesn't know what the play is.
Check.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna block. Look how hard he blocking him.
hey,
you ain't got.
But when I got there,
you ain't got the right motherfucker.
But when I got there, I fucked shit up.
I fucked him up when I got there, though. I promise you that.
Oh man, okay.
I ran him all the way upfield, coach.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great finish again.
Yeah, good finish. So I mean, and I think I see what it is about this guy as a player is he's raw. He's a very raw talent. He has talent. He has ability. He has the power. He has all of the measurables that you want, but he's not. I don't know how long this guy. Like, I would like to know how long he's been playing football. That's a question I have. Because usually you see this with guys who switched over from other sports. He's playing a little bit differently. He just has athletic talent that allows him to do this and allows him to block well. Maybe he played defense in high school. I played defense in high school. I played defense my first 2 years at Purdue.
Okay, in high school, it looks like he switched over his senior year, from what I can gather. Because it says junior
from D-line, right?
Because junior year had 20 tackles with 4.5 sacks. Senior year had 28 knockdowns, and he also played defense. So I guess maybe he just started playing both ways. But this is from the NC State website, so they're probably not giving too much.
He switched at NC State.
No. This is
switched
so that they have like a little blurb on his high school career, which I'm sure they didn't do too much research.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
High
school wrestler and ran the anchor leg on this. No,
what?
Ran the anchor leg on his relay squad. So he must have went to
what? On what? What relay for what?
I mean, it can't be the 4x4.
There's no way he was running.
It said he ran the anchor leg.
Oh hell no! Here we go. They lying.
We had what was the turkey relay where all the throwers would run a relay. But I mean, it was all throwers. I don't see that for this guy.
Yeah, I don't see that either. I don't know what's going on.
But yes,
know what's going on
to
with
sum it
that.
up, I think he's only been playing offensive line for a brief time.
Okay, so that is that's what I can tell. It looks like he's only played O-line for a little while. That's me just being honest. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. But usually
Looks
those
like
guys do have like good explosion, like good
Mhm.
hips and whatnot, from being used to getting their hands on guys and snapping, fighting off double teams and shit like that. So a lot of times when you see a cat come over from defense, they will at first like explode when they hit people.
Yeah.
And I see some of that in his film here when he is pointed in the right direction.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't notice this look choppy on your screen, a little choppy?
At times,
Because I'm looking at it on the actual VLC program, and it's smooth, but looks like it's a little bit. It's not terrible. All right, let's take a look here.
Yeah, I can make do.
Yeah, so here,
different stance.
Okay, screen. Okay, I mean, did he really help the play though? Is my question. There's nothing. That DN played it well. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, great play by that guy. I don't know who he is.
But, I think he did what he could there, but they just read that out.
I'd try to draft that motherfucker. For
real, I'm like looking at that DN like, who's 98? He's all right. He's made some moves. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. Here we go. So here's another play where you'll see that, when offensive linemen get themselves in trouble, it's because of two things. One, they're either late with their hands, or two, they're jumping around instead of kick slide. Instead of look at his feet here. All that hopping is going to get you. Is going to get your wig split out there, cuz you can't be hopping around out there on the field. Both feet just off the ground. So this guy is a very raw prospect, but he is very talented. He has these skills to be a very good offensive lineman with coaching. With good coaching, he can do some good things because he has the speed. He's faster than every offensive lineman on the film here. He has more pop, more explosion. He just does not necessarily. He does not have technique that is very well polished. He is very raw. But I think here is another good play we can look at to finish this, where you're looking and you're saying, okay, this guy rushes. He gets a clean rush now. Now he's late with his hands.
Yeah, starting
and it catches him. Yeah, he's leaning a little bit with his face. Don't want to do that.
They're kissing each other.
Yeah. Now he got his hands on him and he snatched him up once he got his hands on his pads. But the guy has the athletic skill set to be a good lineman, but he is not. I would not put him ahead of the two that we've already seen by any stretch, because he doesn't really have anything in particular that he does outside of his explosiveness and his strength. I'm not seeing a lot of skills, a lot of his technique that's consistent. And you see consistencies with the other two linemen that we've watched up to this point. So you can see that in their game that's something that they've worked on and they've been working on. But you look at his feet here, his initial kick is so fast that his toes are his toes touch before his heels do. And when one foot's in the ground, the other foot's off the ground. And here, now he has 2 feet off the ground again.
Yeah.
Now that right leg, he jams it into the ground, and then it loses its balance, loses its position. So that's what causes him to then lean forward, which he keeps the guy blocked, and it looks like a good block. It looked like a good block from the sideline film, but it's not really a good block.
98 blocked himself right there.
Yeah, 98 blocked himself right there. That was
good DN's gone.
that wasn't a great job by Ikem there. So Ikem is not. I'm not putting him in our. I'm not putting him. He's ranked at five. I would say that for right now I would keep him at 5. He might even drop lower depending on what.
Yeah, I was going to say it's still early on. I mean, this is only the third cat we've looked at. I find it hard to believe that he's going to stay at 5.
Yeah, I find that very hard to believe that he'll stay at 5 because it just it doesn't look like a natural offensive lineman right now. He can be a good one though, but
tons of upside, like very high ceiling.
Tons of upside, very high ceiling.
With a good coach and good system, I'm not sure if he wants to stay outside or if he cares about that kind of thing. I think he could play anywhere along the line.
I think he could play anywhere. He could play tackle. He could play guard. He doesn't look out of place at tackle.
Right. I could see it.
He doesn't look out of place, but he just doesn't look like he's been playing the actual offensive, the position of O-line long enough to have some techniques already kind of ingrained in him over the years.
Yeah.
Some things just understanding your kick speed, for instance, like he's so fast with it, but you don't have to be that fast. And a lot of times you don't want to be that fast. The faster you move, the faster you get a reaction from that defensive end.
And I think
that's what a lot of linemen don't really recognize is that you can slow play it, and that will force the defensive player to slow play because they're only reacting to you.
No, I think some of these problems might multiply if he moves inside. Because, a tackle, generally, you're blocking the end.
Yeah.
You're looking at...
You're going to block the end.
I mean, 80% of the time. So
solid 80%. Because, how many times do we go against DNs? You go against DNs like maybe like 3 times a game. And that's because they're running a game or they're blitzing. So they're just coming towards you. But they're not really they're not coming to play football against you. They just like, hey, I'm here. Not doing nothing this play, just hanging out.
Chilling. So looking at his technique and awareness issues, I think moving inside, while it might be the ultimate move for him,
he
later.
could be.
But
I do
think
if he shows something to tackle, then okay.
Shit happens so much faster inside.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously the athletes are faster on the outside, but you have to be
even now, like the 3 techniques are becoming like DNs.
Yeah,
you're like, why is the 3 technique rushing so wide? But I like wide rushes. I always liked if I had a 3 technique to rush wide because it's like, you rush wide. I'm going to let you rush wide. I'm just going to keep you out there.
I could just be a tackle for the play, and we can just, I'm chilling. You still got to go over there.
You still got to get to the quarterback, and you're not going to get to him rushing me wide. You're not going to get to him rushing on my outside. You're going to get to him if you can somehow get me to give up my inside, which I am fully aware. I'm not ever trying to give up my inside. Like that's the one thing that I'll let you win on the outside so I can push you by the quarterback, but I'm not going to let you get inside where I have to like drag you or pull you down because you just have direct contact to him. So, I think, like you said, I think this is a guy who might, he might be better suited for the inside, depending on what his coach thinks when he gets to the league. But I could see him being outside. It's just going to take more coaching to get him game ready for the field. You may be able to like compensate some things on the inside and not necessarily have to give him the whole over again with his technique, because a tackle it's a lot more critical that your technique be on point all the time.
Yep.
But he's definitely a project. He's a project player. That's what I would say.
He's a redshirt sophomore.
Oh, so he's young.
Very
right now,
young.
he's a redshirt sophomore. He would have been a redshirt sophomore. This was his redshirt sophomore year?
This past year was his redshirt sophomore year. Let me see if I can find his
So a young guy. Yeah, he's a project. That's not a guy you put in there. It's not a guy you put in year one. So if he's not a guy you put in year one, I don't think he's a first-round pick. Can't be a first-round pick.
Yeah, because that means you need to be ready. Unless
first-round pick means you got to be ready to play year one.
If you're not a quarterback, you got to be ready to go.
Yeah. First-round picks don't get the luxury in the NFL like they used to, quite frankly, of being able to get like a year to get ready to get on the field. Because usually the way they used to do it, and this is before even we played, they used to bring in that first-round pick behind a guy who still had 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
And so that when they got to his last year of his contract, they can let his ass go before they got to pay him that backloaded money. And then in the second or maybe third year of the first-round draft pick, he goes on the field and he's ready to play and he's good. And so you give him an extension at the end of year 4. So you get him for another 3 or 4 years before you got to have somebody else ready to slide into his spot because it's rinse and repeat. But this is not how the NFL has worked since 2007. 2007 is kind of when things changed, where they're like, yeah, first round pick need to be ready to play right now. And that's just it. So I would not call Ikem a first round pick. He's not a Nigerian dude. I like him because of that, but I mean, real is real. He's not a first round pick. He probably will be a third round pick. Looking at this, I'd be thinking third round, mid third round, mid to late third round.
That's
because
fair.
he's going to be a guy who you can't play in the first year.
Yeah. And I think it's the toughest the younger you are, the harder it's going to be, in the trenches. This is why you don't see a whole bunch of offensive linemen coming out early. Maybe if they redshirted. But yeah, what if you're 20, 21, there's just no way you can compete with the likes of, cats that are 28, 30, 32, know all the tricks of the trade.
You 21, shit. I came in the league at 23. I was a starter by before I was 24. Well, I was a starter by 24. And by 25, 26 is when by the end of 25, the light came on and it was like, okay, now this shit is getting easy. Now it's getting easy.
Right.
Even though it's not getting easy, but you got it really down pat now. So you don't think when you're playing no more, you just play. And that's when your abilities take over. Like your abilities, your athleticism, your strength, all are that much more evident because you're not thinking about the plays anymore. You're just, what you're doing. So
on the
for
plus
him
side,
as a young guy,
if he's still maturing a little bit, that's going to coincide with when the light clicks. He's going to be also physically stronger, which isn't a problem. He's plenty strong right now.
It'll work out. It'll work out good for him with a good coach who understands he's a project that you need to actually coach. You need to mold him more into a player. By the time he's in his third year, fourth year, that'll be a guy who you can rely on to do whatever needs to be done. He knows how to do it. He understands the game. He understands concepts. He understands the why, the what, the why, the how. And then that's when you become a good ball player. That's when you really are able to see, your full potential. That's how it works.
Yeah. And they should probably, most teams have one or two, but it's going to be important for him to get with, a savvy vet. Maybe not even a guy that's playing.
A lot of
maybe
times
like the 6th or 7th lineman.
Boom. The swing guy who's been the swing guy for 4 years.
Yeah.
He plays all the positions on the line.
Yeah, a cat that's seen it all. Me and Ooch, we're free right now.
Yeah. You need hey.
I can give you about 3 snaps a game. I give you about 3 snaps. And it's got to be on the goal line.
Snaps. Give you 3 good reps in practice.
All I'm doing is fire it off. I ain't pass blocking no more.
He pass blocking. We don't do one-on-ones. We're not doing no one-on-one pass rush. But we'll coach you up in between reps, though.
Yeah, I'll be
Man, I
out
remember
there.
we used to do one-on-one pass rush, boy. I'll never forget my my last year in Jacksonville. We do one-on-one pass rushes. I would just go over and take a knee about 10 yards behind the group and just stare at them. Because our O-line coach, he didn't really, at that time, he wasn't really trying. He was trying to get the young guys in there because that's the time to get them reps. The vets, we already been done this shit. But training camp, we did all that. Now it's regular season. No, I might take one rep the entire period. One rep against a backup because I don't want to go against a starter because a lot of them motherfuckers out of control. And that's how you get hurt. But
oh wow. Man, see, in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have played somewhere else. I know I probably wasted at least 1.5 to 2 years of plays in fucking practice.
Oh my God, dude. That's when I was like, yo, I gotta be ready. Hey, you want me on Sunday? Then you don't need me today.
Like we played every play.
Oh man,
we didn't have no vet days.
That's how Quinn had y'all? I mean, no, you had my bad. You had
Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. Oh yeah, defensive coach. He probably over there watching the whole period. He's standing right there watching the whole damn period.
And we had his word for replay was Miami. Because the Heat went back to back or whatever. We had so many fucking Miamis. Oh my God.
I'm telling you. See, I had it like that my first 3 years as a starter because I was I was a vet, but I was still like the youngest motherfucker as a vet.
Yeah.
So they was like, nah, get your ass out there. I'd take 2 reps and kind of be like, yeah, I'm a starter now. So, 2 reps should be good, right? You guys did. After we go through the whole line of guys. And
leave you in there
with the sunglasses on looking. Ooch.
Man.
Like, fuck. Fuck.
Even towards the end of my career, we could never keep 8.
Yeah, you never keep 8. There's always got to be one of the vets got to go through the whole thing twice.
Even if we, started the season, we somehow the backups would always get hurt or something.
It's like, bitch, you ain't hurt. You ain't allowed to be hurt.
We never got to a position where I could just chill for a preseason game or, chill on 9-on-7 or something. Of course, every year we're gonna get you some vet days this year.
Yeah, hey, that's what they were saying that shit. They only started doing that shit once I had to get my knee surgery. Then they were like, think you earned some vet days. Yeah, you think, motherfuckers? It's happened in practice.
Yeah, it's just
so just some old guys over here complaining about life playing in the NFL. For those of y'all out there thinking, oh man, these guys they're living good. Hey, them receivers might live good, but us old linemen, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they say the O-line is the last stop for the bus stop.
Damn right. Last stop before the bus stop.
I guess maybe fullback could be worse.
Yeah, they kind of they actually aged out the fullback position from football, which is fucked up.
I think there's 3 of them in the whole league right now.
There's one fullback, right? Juszczyk?
Yeah, him and the cat from Baltimore is all I can think of.
Yeah, Baltimore and the Niners are the only cats who use fullbacks now. That's crazy.
Yeah, everyone else just has a spare tight end kind of playing H-back.
A tight end which look, tight ends can't block.
Yeah, they're not there. They're there to influence block.
Yeah, they're there to get in the way a little and then go.
We're all blocking this way. You come behind the line, fake you're going to block the end, and then go run a route in the flat or something. You're not blocking anybody.
You know what I mean? They're not there for fucking anything else. And that's so that kind of takes away from it's in a way it's good for the game, in a way it's not. So, one day people will look back and wonder, well, why do they even play the sport? Look at these guys. They're destroyed.
Yeah, they're probably not going to have linemen very much longer.
Yeah, sooner. Yeah, at one point there won't be
They're
linemen.
just going to play 7-on-7.
Yeah, they're just going to put up like a static barrier. If you touch it, you get shot. You got to stand there for 3 seconds before you can rush the quarterback.
Yeah, it's going
That's
to
how they're
really
gonna get
be
it
Green,
done.
Mississippi.
You know what I mean? All right, everybody, that is going to be it for us here. We appreciate y'all for being in here with us. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. We will be back again. Now, Friday, obviously, I do casual Fridays. I'm going to try and get a casual Friday in this week. But we'll be back with more film on Monday of next week. We'll be doing Monday and Wednesday next week on the film. And we will see you all then. Hope everyone has a wonderful hump day or hump night.
Yeah,
And we are the Linemen of Lineman Life. We will catch you all on the next one. Peace.